Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ray Dolan live from Mullingar in Mullingar, and I'm with Ollie. And Ollie is betterplants.ie, but this is one of his products here, folks. And as you know by the weather in the background, it's raining. And the most important thing that you need with the rain, especially with plants.ie, is you need water. Ollie, how's it going?
Good, thanks, Ray. Good. Very welcome out to Better Plants HQ. Yeah, we couldn't have picked probably a worse day for it. But look, we're inside, we're in the tunnel. You probably hear the rain hitting off the tunnel now, and it sounds lovely when you're in here, but when you're out there it's fairly bad. But,
yes, I've seen all the plants that you have, and it's great to be here. As I said, the weather is a little bit of a changeable, but we're in here in your powerhouse now. Betterplants.ie. What is betterplants.ie?
Well, what we are, I suppose, we set it up because we're passionate about gardening, but also we're passionate about keeping chemicals out of the garden, because we're eating the produce we're growing at home. We wanted a range of products that are natural, most importantly they're Irish. So we found a source of liquid fertilizers, granular fertilizers that, you know, we've tomato feeds, we have biostimulants, you know, for farmers, gardeners. So we're all about keeping things natural and keeping them that you're, you know, you're eating the plants, so you want to know what's putting them on. You know, we have like...
Now, all this stuff, Ollie, this is all made organically. It's not just...
It's all organically certified, yeah, because like when we started off 8 years ago, like we just started off with one bottle of liquid.
Was it this one?
No, it was actually a small 500 ml of the liquid seaweed.
Right.
And that's what we built the business around. And I suppose what we found, look, we got a quality product. We really, you know, it's something that's going to work for people and people can get results. And then we expanded. We have our granular seaweed. And look at Ray, as I always say, this is the granular seaweed, and you can see it. Like, can you put it? And I always say, look at how safe is your fertilizer, and this is the proof of the pudding. Look, you
need the fertilizer.
That's it. That's how powerful it is. So, doesn't get too bad.
No, it's dry seaweed.
Yeah, it's dry seaweed. That's what it is. There's no additives, no preservatives, nothing in it. Just granular seaweed. It's absolutely powerful product.
Now, where would you put this stuff? Like,
so you add it in 100 grams per square metre into your beds, and I suppose, you know, you couldn't have come out with a better time, because during the autumn, winter months, like the beds are after using up a lot of nutrients, growing the vegetables.
Yeah.
So you want to replenish the soil now coming into autumn. So when springtime comes, you're going to get a lovely luscious soil, because it does take time for nutrients to go into the soil, you know, especially in winter time. Like we have, like everything is just thriving at the moment because the temperature's still up.
Now in your garden here, sorry for stopping you on your tracks, but in your garden here, you have everything here. So in the background, what's the big tall ones there?
They're broccoli. We have broccoli, we have purple sprouting broccoli at the back. We have some carrots growing there as well. Tomato plants, we have a ton of beetroots. We have all the beetroots. Most of the plants we have, we would have saved the seeds ourselves, nearly probably about 80%. So we would let plants go to seed. If you see down here at the back.
Yeah, the dry one hanging.
Yeah, the dry one hanging.
Yeah.
That's beetroot seeds. So like we would have planted all the beetroots here and here with them beetroot seeds from last year's seeds.
Now all the plants here in the garden, are you going in and using all these plants every day? Is this part of your diet?
Yeah, 100%. We've anything we don't eat, we freeze or we give it away. Like the likes of, you know, there's some stuff that doesn't freeze, courgettes, like the aubergines you'll see here. Like, switch one off here. Like, there's some of our aubergines, like it's super, and you've got the whole secret to, I think, you know, if you're growing tomatoes or fruiting, anything that's fruiting, feeding, like these get a spray of our liquid seaweed every week. Like we never miss winter, summer, everything gets a spray of that because it's cold processed. And the thing about it, it's fast. When you spray it on the leaf,
yeah,
the leaf will absorb it up to 20 times faster than up through the root. So if you want to give a natural boost to even indoor plants, and that's even with emerald mist, like you see, like I'm after getting, like we must have got 20, 30 aubergines already off these 4 or 5 plants, and they're still producing, and the rate of growth is just fantastic.
Now aubergines, I mean, do you have them for breakfast, or you can cut them down the middle and make a sort of a salad or a sort of a dinner out of them?
Cook them up, yeah. I like to cook them in the oven, bit of olive oil, in with a few courgettes, and just chop them into maybe inch.
Is that enough for the dinner? Would you say that's a dinner?
Oh, you would, yeah. You could put that in with your dinner, no problem at all. You probably wouldn't even eat it. It's because it's quite rich. It's you know, it's a lover hit. You can bring one home and try it yourself, but you can fry it on the pan. Like I like them just in the oven in a Pyrex dish with a bit of olive oil, and then cook there for about 20-30 minutes, and it's really, really lovely. And you can put them into curries as well, just at the last minute, you know, because they will break down a little bit quicker.
Now, your passion for food, I mean, where does this come from? I mean, you have, like walking around the garden, you have every sort of plant out there, and you have beautiful flowers, got a bit of water in the head as well.
Probably a hole in the polython.
But your passion, where did it come from? Like,
I suppose, look, I was lucky, I suppose, to grow up. My father, like, we spent our summer holidays weeding, doing in the garden. You know, that's what we done, because we grew all our own vegetables. My father was a brilliant gardener, so he grew our own. So we knew from, you know, I remember setting out, sowing my first pea seed.
right.
You know, on the ground.
Yeah,
and I was
yeah.
fascinated, you know, and seeing him putting the lines of peas, and we had an abundance of peas. And I used to see him adding stuff to the soil as well. And at the time, of course, you're 12, 13 or whatever it may be, or even younger, and you're not paying much attention. But actually, when you start thinking back, God, I know what he was doing now and why he was doing it, you know, because it's all about, because I always say, and I suppose our mantra in Better Plants, or, you know, it is healthy soil, healthy plants, healthy people. If you don't have healthy soil, and I suppose that's a message we're trying to, like, we're working with farmers over 8 years, and what we're trying, and I suppose now farmers are very progressive as gardeners, but we want them, like, they've been spreading chemical fertilizer for years and years and years, which is killing off the microbes, killing off the worm population. We have a product now for farmers that's increasing the microbes in the soil, giving them better growth.
It's a liquid. Here?
No, it's actually the liquid.
Not this one.
The liquid, yeah. No,
the liquid one.
It's both. We have a liquid nitrogen, we have a liquid seaweed as well to put out. It's growing more nutrient-rich grass as well, rather than nitrogen-rich grass. So, which is, you know, and it saves them money. And if you can save farmers money, they'll vote you for president.
Definitely. But microbes, I mean, microbes are being, you reckon by the other fertilizers, the microbes are being killed. What are microbes?
Well, microbes keep the soil. They're like, if you think of it like, to say, if you pick up a handful of clay, there's more life in that than the whole human population of the earth, just in one handful of clay.
Go away.
Yeah. The microbes feed the soil, the worms feed off the microbes feed the root system, and they're a carbon source. So, like, when we spray our liquid seaweed, right?
Yeah.
And this is the science behind it. You spray the liquid seaweed on a plant, on a grass, it increases photosynthesis. When you do that, the plant then draws down,
opens up
the carbon off from the environment. It draws down the carbon down into the root system, and again they feed the microbes as well naturally. So you're building that eco cycle of the plant is more efficient.
Now, there's something you want to show me here, and I just moved back our camera crew here, back up into the studio here. Yeah. And as you can see, it's beautiful here. It's absolutely beautiful. And it's nice and warm as well.
Yeah.
Now, Ollie, what have we got here?
This is a Rakashi bin. So anyone that's into composting or want to start on their composting journey, basically what this is, you want to use all the waste of your house waste. So most composters, traditional ones, your compost bins, you don't put any meat, fish, cheeses, dairy into it. This bin does everything. You can put in raw fish, cooked fish, and it ferments it all. So if I was showing Chiré like that's, and there's leaves there of broccoli and everything in it. So that's in there about 2.5 weeks. Yeah. But the bonus as well is a liquid feed. So you might just see, now I actually see a bit of liquid coming out of it.
Now, God, it's a great colour altogether.
Yeah, it's a pink colour. So what I'm going to do is, rather than waste it, I'm going to put into this bottle.
Right.
And you can use that to water your plants as well.
In the house?
In the house, in the garden, and it's again full of microbes.
The microbes are all in there again?
Yeah, they're all in there because it's a special brand, but the colour of that in there is just a pure...
Yeah, it doesn't smell too bad. And the food there in that as well. Now, I mean, what does that smell like? That's everything, isn't it?
It smells like a pickled, it's sort of pickled.
It is, yeah.
And you can actually see the brand.
It doesn't smell bad, like.
We add in this inoculated brand each time.
Inoculated?
Yeah, so it's a brand. So, and it ferments it. So basically the food, the waste comes out much the same as it goes in.
Right.
When people ring up and say, it hasn't turned into compost yet, nice, well, it's not meant, it ferments it.
Right.
And the beauty of it is it's rodent free, and because of that fermented smell of it, rodents are not attracted to it.
Ah,
So what do we do with this then? You have two choices. We can dig a hole, plant it in the garden,
right.
and just dig a hole, bury it with about 6 inches of soil. But as I was saying to you, Ray, what I like to do
Yeah.
is this bin here, right? So this is a serious bit of kit here. I think it's a $9.99 bin in one of our local providers, which is very important to look after our locals. So what I done was, 2 weeks ago, I emptied the contents of this in, which was full of, there was chicken bones, there was leaves of all that into it. I emptied that into that, and look at it now. It turned 100% into...
Yeah, but where's all the plant stuff gone? Where's all the...
It's all broken down into soil. You can actually see some of it that's just a little bit slower, which is your eggshells, tomato skins. Like, you might even, sometimes you come across flat chicken bone.
Wow.
So that just shows you what was put into the bin. But like, that's all just the best compost you will make.
That smells like soil.
That's all it is. Avocado pip or thing. So that's all it is. It's pure like, so 2 weeks we were able to make our own soil. So if you think of it over the winter months, there's actually stuff in the bottom that's a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's, I find even that's just a bit of kitchen roll, the eggshells, so you never know what you find.
So in that then, how much soil to how much would you say, what would you say, broke down food? Like?
So I put about 6 inches of soil in the bottom of the bin.
6 inches?
And then, so now so it's up nearly half full.
Right.
And I throw another maybe 2 inches. I just mixed it all up, threw another little bit of soil into it, mixed it all up. And every time I'd be passing it, I just get the grape in and give it a bit of a turning, but there's no need, it will work. So like, you think of it over the winter months, if you can produce that in 2 weeks, like, so you're mixing, what's that, half, probably, that's a 90 litre bin probably. So like, say you're making 40 litres of, so it's nearly a bag of compost that you'd be paying €6 or €7 or €8 in your local, wherever provider you're getting them. But the thing about it is, it's all made from your household waste.
Instead of throwing everything out the window.
Absolutely. I thrown out the window or into your wheelie bin, like, because we've been, like, we were even finding like the amount of stuff that's not gone into our blue bins and stuff like that, because we were recycling the paper, composting paper, cardboard. It's amazing what you can do, like. It's so.
Now this one here, this is a big version here. What's this one?
Oh, that was actually a bin a compost bin that we emptied there on Sunday.
Right.
So now it'd be similar. It was actually a wormery that we emptied.
Ah.
We had a couple of wormeries going. So that's basically, you see all the eggshells in it.
Very good. Now what are you going to do with this one here?
So that's going to be just mixed in with the soil that's there, and we have broad beans that are going to be planted in there. So we're going to treat the soil now with that. So we're going to add some granular seaweed into it, and then we have soil improver pellets then as well that we're going to put in. And look, at the bag of seaweed goes a long way. You think of it like a handful per square metre. Like, even with 3 handfuls will do that.
Now the other thing is, someone wants to contact you, we didn't put any information. Now there is the link up above, and all you do is hit the link, and then it goes off into a whole massive page of information, and you can go and press the buttons and get it sent to your house, and you can collect it and all that type of thing from here in Ollie. And he's just outside Mullingar. But give us, what is the connection, the phone number?
You can go to Instagram, it's a very good place to find us, at Better Plants. You can go onto Facebook, we have a Facebook page there. And just send us a message if you have any questions about house plants, gardening plants, just send us a message. We will get back to you. We look at gardening is all about sharing and helping people. That's what I find, because if you can get more people growing, the better. Because you see, like, you really, I couldn't encourage people to get out and just grow something, because it's just the way to go, like.
And as well as that, as I said, it's all there for the taking. All we have is a bit of garden out the back. You can dig it up, you can put stuff into it.
Yeah.
You can ring Ollie and say, what'll I do now? Or you can say, I need some of them products, come out, we'll have a look. And you know what, when you start talking to a gardener, it's like making a new friend, because the gardener, he wants to have the crack with you, you want to have the crack with him,
absolutely.
and you want to share information. And then you can say, well, geez, if I asked him that, you can ask him then questions, and you say, what do you think of that? Because I'm going to absolutely annihilate him with information. Well, asking him questions, because my garden is at the moment overgrown slightly, and I'm going to start digging, and I'm going to get some more information off of Ollie. So what's the phone number?
It's 086 380 5921, or you can get it go on the website, it's betterplants.ie as well. So
You gave me a fig there a few minutes ago. What do we do with the figs? I must have put them in the jacket.
Pocket. I think they're jacket pocket.
You have them in the other auditorium.
Yeah, other tunnel there, yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the 12 bong show, but I'm not too sure what time it is.
We're 20 there.
It's 20 to... No, it's actually it's very close. Now the other thing is, if anyone's looking in there, folks, we just want to ask you one thing. We should have said it at the start. How is the volume? Because we're wearing the mics and the rain is after stopping slightly. But how's the volume? If you can answer that question for us at the moment. And I'm going to walk in to where the figs are and do the rest of the show from there.
100%.
Is that okay, Ollie?
100%, yeah.
So there we are, folks. This is Ollie Green's place, just outside Mullingar. It's on the old, the old road to Dalystown. That's right, Dalystown. And yeah, doors open, and we've got a beautiful sunflower in here as well, and the fig trees are here as well. Come in, Troy. Come in and join us, Ollie, as well, and give us a little tour of duty of where we are now as well.
This was the original tunnel actually we put up, so it must be about 15 years ago now. And
wow.
This fig tree I was in, actually there's another, I'll pull one off there. There'd be around the house who's eating all the figs and stuff. You didn't even figure
How did they get the figs into the fig roll, Ollie?
But that was a tree actually. I was coming out of Aldi's, must be about 6 or 7 years ago, and the neighbour was working in there, and I seen a fig tree, and I said, God, I'll just pick it up. It was a half price.
Right.
So I brought it home and gave it a bit of TLC, and I stuck it into the corner there, and I said, will it grow or will it not? And then the first year didn't get much. Second year then we got a good crop. This year it's just a bumper crop.
Now, can I eat this yet? Just milk it.
The one you gave you earlier on was probably a better one.
Oh yeah, that was. I'll keep that for later then.
Yeah, that.
Oh, there's one after falling.
Oh, indeed, yeah, could be, but they're ripen up. You know, you could someday you should get 5 or 6 of them. Another day. Oh, actually, there's one there now. You can have that one. Yeah, that's
brilliant.
perfect.
I'll give you back this one.
Yeah, perfect.
Put that back onto the plant. Can you stick it back on the plant? There you are, folks. Look, having the beautiful figs here in greensplants.ie. Oh, betterplants.ie, because we were out with Greens as well last week. Is he related to you?
Yeah, that's right, Kenneth. Yeah, great man. Yeah.
Kenneth's absolute magic man. Yeah. He's a cousin of yours then,
that's right, yeah.
And it seems that the Green family are very much into providing services.
I suppose no more than Kenneth, no more than ourselves. Like, you know, back in the day, you know what I mean, my father's father was a great gardener and they kept poultry, and so like I suppose that's a generational thing that just seeps through, I suppose, in one sense, isn't it?
Brilliant. That is, folks.
That is fantastic.
That is just, it looks very strange, but do you know what? I was going to take the bits and pieces off and I'm just going to eat the whole lot.
Oh yeah, no, skin and all.
Skin and all. So these are very beneficial. These are very healthy.
They are. Figs are very high in fibre and everything else, and they're just a brilliant fruit to have.
You have tomatoes here as well.
Yeah, they're just ones I
could have just come out here and had the dinner.
Yeah, you could.
Just keep walking around foraging.
Foraging, yeah, because even the broccoli there, more purple sprouts than that.
Where's the broccoli?
Just here behind there. Loads of plants, but like we're after getting, and then underneath there we've peas growing underneath there see them here in the gutters.
Oh.
So they're going to be planted in the tunnel over winter as well.
Yeah, they're down below as you move everything to get in there. And your sunflower plants, what's the connection at all?
A friend of mine again, look at gardening is all about sharing. And I look, we have loads of beetroot seeds and stuff like that. So if anyone wanted a few beetroot seeds, just post a comment, send me out some beetroot seeds, because I have thousands of them in there. But the sunflowers again were given to me by, I've a load more out there. A friend of mine was growing loads and he said, oh, I'll save you a few seeds, and he got them and he just kept the seeds for me, and I just stuck them in there, and now they're just gone 2 whiles too big. Now we'll bring them up and into the house.
How are we doing for times? Near the 12 yet?
Nearly there.
Nearly 48. Now we're doing well. Do you know what? We'll go out to, do you know where you were saying that the butterflies are?
Yeah, it's actually, I think the rain is.
Yeah, so there's the peas, folks, down there.
It's a great way of growing them in the gutters as well. It's just you transplant them then into the soil then when they're already big enough.
Ah, yeah. Now we're back in action, folks. We're heading to the main garden here, and the weather is just a little bit better now than it was. The gardens are Oh, by the way, what's this here? What's that
Oh, that's the
wooden
worm
thing?
tower.
What's
We
that
have one
for?
there and there and a couple more. So again, it's another composter. You know, we're so into composting. So they're actually, what they do is you feed in your food waste,
Right.
and then there's worms in the bottom of them, and the worms will actually eat up the food waste, but also the earthworms travel then to eat the castings from the worms. So they're basically.
So do you have worms as well?
We don't sell worms at the moment, but like there's wormed in.
Yeah.
We get wormed in to.
All right. So this is you can facilitate people if they want one of these towers.
Yeah, the worm towers are a brilliant job. Yeah.
Brilliant. Strawberries, but sure they're gone,
they're
are they?
put back now. They're finished. And that's kale.
Kale.
Curly kale, absolutely amazing.
And more sunflowers, but
More
this
sunflowers.
this is the plant we're telling you about.
Tree, yeah.
The butterfly tree is just a little bit. At the moment now, there's no butterflies around, but maybe they will come. There's the butterfly tree.
Actually, some courgettes there.
Good class job. So I'm going to do the rest of our show now, folks. No, we got it looking great here. It's in the background now. And there we are. Oh, sure, there you are, folks. From Mullingar, in Mullingar, at betterplants.ie with sunflowers. Many sunflowers you got now?
There's one plant there, I must have about 5 or 6 of them. We brought them into the house.
Do they keep coming back every year?
No, you have to replant them.
Yeah.
They're not perennial.
And would you start them off in the big...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Plant them off in pots and transplant them out.
Ah, right.
Look, I suppose the main reason is...
It's coming around there, Ollie.
I suppose that it's like doing peas and most other plants. If you start them off in the pot, inside or somewhere, there's less chance of the slug getting it at the start. So you're giving the plant that little bit more a chance to survive, basically, because you know a little seedling they can just.
Now we're in the garden here, folks, and then there's actually there's some sheep out there as well. But there's 2 rocks here. And they're over at the tree. Are they local rocks, or where do they come from?
Well, supposedly I was told that they were a Pacific rock that, you know, during the Ice Age they're more known to up in Scotland, up that way, that they were brought in during the Ice Age. But they're a white, kind of like, that field is just full of them. But then look at Ray, they don't call it Carrick for nothing. We live in an area called Carrick. Carrick is Irish for rock, so we don't have topsoil. So and that was the thing with our garden. When we started setting up the garden, we had to import a lot of soil to get it up and running, because once you dig down, you're hitting gravel, you know.
Ah, right. And what else does this all sustain you? Like, I mean, yeah.
We don't, like, even we've carrots up there, more spinach. See, we've a lot of chard up there and spinach and peas. Like, we'd freeze a lot, and then a lot of it will keep growing. Like the kale will keep going all over the winter anyway. Like that will keep us going all winter.
What I know about it is it's not absolutely, manufactured. You're letting everything grow.
Yeah, that's it.
It's not a case you say, well, this is, we've cut back here and we have this here. I mean, it's growing.
It's growing, absolutely. Look, I don't speak with it. It's not perfect, and there's other gardens you'd be looking at on Instagram. How did they keep them so perfect? I just do what I do,
Yeah.
In between, do what you can, and look at. You start off small. Like I started off with a small little garden patch just there on the way in, which was only about the width of 2 beds. And once I got a bit grown, then and done the polytunnel, and then just expanded then.
Well, there you are now. I've Ollie in, and we're getting very close to 12 bongs. So what we're going to do, folks, is we're going to do the 12 bongs a little bit early. It's 52 minutes now to 12, so we have to get back into town. So Ollie, could you give us 6 of your best bongs from Carrick here, just outside Mullingar, very close to Dalystown?
So bong,
beautiful,
bong,
2,
bong,
3,
bong,
4,
bong,
5,
and the last one is a bong.
6. That's amazing. He's been practicing in the polytunnel all them bongs a whole week since we were chatting to each other at the beginning of the week. So bong, 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 3, bong, bong, bong. There you are, folks. We are coming to you live from betterplants.ie. If you want to know any more information, go back to the video, check the link on top, or hit the link, and that'll open up, and it'll be you could spend the whole day looking in at plants. Betterplants.ie. Show is coming to you in association with betterplants.ie. It's the 12 Bong Show, and a big shout out to our birthday friends who are looking in. We have Jack McDermott, or Jacqueline, Jacque, Jacques, and he's McDermott, and a big shout out to you, sir, on your birthday. We have Sinead Hubble from Midlands 103, happy birthday to you. And we've Thomas Moody in Mullingar, a big happy birthday to you. We've Kay McKenna from Longford, a happy birthday to you. And Christina Marie O'Donnell, who is in Derry, which is that away, happy birthday to you. Shane Greville in Mullingar, a happy birthday to you. And Kieran Gavin in Mullingar. There's a lot of Gavins out around here.
There are plenty of them, yeah.
Could be one of them. And as well as that, we have Sandra McGinty in Mullingar. It's a happy birthday to you. We've Julie Darby, the teacher and legend, happy birthday to you. And Jenny Siller in Mullingar, happy birthday to you. Thomas Maher, we missed his birthday yesterday, from Turs Pass, which is that away, happy birthday to you. And a happy wedding anniversary to Mick Foster and Moya Fraser, married 3 years yesterday, so congratulations to you both. Ollie Green is the man who's in green right beside me. It's called betterplants.ie, from Mullingar, in Mullingar. And as well as that, he's got some amazing products. We could be here all day talking about what Ollie has got to share with the public and everyone at large. He's helping the farmers, he's helping the gardeners, he's helping everyone in general. Don't forget your GAA spots as well, because GAAs are doing big lottos all around the Westmeath area. Go to your local club, check it out, and have a look in there and find out that you could win a fortune. All you have to do is pick 4 or 5 numbers and away you go. So from myself and Mr. Ollie Green, spelled
Thank you very much.
G-R-E-E-N-E. Where did the E come from? Was it not just green?
I won't go on camera, it might be just a little bit, but it's, well, I think, yeah, no, I won't go into it, but
it's going to be long.
Anyway, they differentiate 2 different
colours.
Colours, exactly.
Once again, folks, thanks for looking in. We are enjoying the weather out here. It's beautiful again. So have an absolute super afternoon to all our friends looking in, and to Ollie, thanks for joining us. Bye for now.